Good morning. It's September 19, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article from the Cairns Post on your screen is titled Regional Power Will Reign and How the Far North Will Be Playing Kingmaker. It refers to the October state election and it focuses on 4 of the 5 far northern electorates: Barron River, Cairns, Cook and Mulgrave. The 5th, of course, is the state seat of Hill, which is a Katter electorate. Indeed, that's where I live. I'm, as you know, a candidate for One Nation in Cook. Now, the article features the work of Queensland University of Technology visiting politics scholar, Dr. Mary Crawford, and she notes that voters are angry. She says voters, may take the minor party option because they're angry with the status quo, and that's where the danger is for the LNP. Now, sure, 4 of F&Q's 5 seats are likely to determine the outcome of the October state government election, but to hope for either an LNP or ALP win is to wish for more of the destructive and despotic administration we've had since the 1990s. In every state and at the federal level, the Labor and Liberal parties march in lockstep with the World Economic Forum and United Nations and implement their Agenda 2030, regardless of what we want. The only hope we have of breaking free of the anti-humanist WEF UN influence on our future is to get rid of the ALP-LNP twins from our parliaments entirely. The preferential voting system is designed to put either the ALP or LNP back into office at every election. So our only hope is if everyone preferences candidates who reject the foreign influence above the ALP-LNP uniparty candidates. And that really requires, as always, putting the Greens last because they're Marxists. They only pretend to be environmentalists. Their idea of government is communism, and communism always fails, and some 100 million people were killed last century by communism. Now, the globalism that the ALP and LNP represent is on track to be far more destructive than communism or any form of socialism, which includes fascism, has ever been. The prosperity that we enjoyed during the 80s and 90s, which I remember very well, despite the high interest rates, which were a contrivance of the globalist banks, the prosperity was amazing. People could afford family holidays on a single income. They could afford to own a home and a caravan and 2 cars and send the kids to private schools. It was a very prosperous era because it was a free enterprise capitalist system at that time, which is now sadly gone. So as we approach this election, the people need to be encouraged to dismiss the idea that it's by default either a Labor or Liberal government. We need something completely different. We need candidates who are openly declaring the globalists as the enemies of humanity that they are. These are the people, myself amongst them, who deserve the first preference on your ballot.